Hi everyone, I'm very happy to interact with you all through this video. In this video, I'm going to deliver my lecture on the topic communication process. These are all a couple of details related to my career. After you watch the full video, if you find the video useful to you, give a like to the video. Do subscribe my channel and enable the notification so that you will get the notification of my new videos. Let me take you through the topic. Elements in the communication process. In this video, I am going to detail the various elements of communication process. The elements are namely sender, encoding, message, media, noise, decoding, receiver, response and feedback. Before we get into the details of all these elements of communication process, let us understand the meaning of the two boxes drawn here. Sender, encoding, message, media, noise and feedback collectively represent the sender's field of experience, whereas message, media, noise, decoding, receiver and response, they collectively represent the receiver's field of experience. If there is a good fit between the two set of elements, obviously the communication will become very effective and successful as well. Now let's get into the details of the elements of communication process. The first one is sender. Who is named to be the sender in communication process? The party sending the message to another party. Here let's take McDonald's as an example for having good understanding over the communication process. When McDonald's wants to communicate with its target customers through its advertisement, McDonald's is named to be the sender who intends to send message to another party who are none other than its target customers. Number two, encoding. It refers to the process of putting thought into symbolic form. The thought that has been conceptualized by the team which acts on behalf of McDonald's might be an advertising agency. It puts its thought into symbolic form. McDonald's advertising agency assembles words, sounds and illustrations into an advertisement that will convey the intended message of its client McDonald's. The third element of communication process is message. The set of symbols that the sender transmits. That's nothing but the actual advertisement of McDonald's. The fourth element is media. The communication channels through which the message moves from sender to receiver. The sender is McDonald's. The receiver is collectively the target consumers for McDonald's market offerings. So, media refers to the communication channels McDonald's have chosen. What for? Through which the message could move from McDonald's to the target consumers. In this case, in our example, television and the specific television programs that McDonald's selects are up for carrying its message, carrying its advertisement towards the target audience. The next element of communication process is decoding. The process by which the receiver assigns meaning to the symbols encoded by the sender. So this is a process by which the receiver of the message, who are the receivers in this example, the target consumers of McDonald's, how they understand, how they interpret the symbols, the words, the picture, whatever being incorporated in the marketing communication, which is nothing but advertisement. So a consumer watches the McDonald's advertisement and interprets the words and images it contains. But please understand the fact that you can't compel the target audience to interpret the message the way it is intended by you. If you want the target audience to interpret the message or the advertisement the way intended by your organization, you should clearly understand the comprehensive level or interest of the target audience so that the target audience will also receive the message or understand the message the way it is intended by your organization. So decoding is a process by which the receiver assigns or interprets meaning to the symbols or the message they have collectively received in the form of advertisement. The next element in communication process is receiver. Receiver is a party receiving the message sent by the sender. Here sender is McDonald's. Receivers the target audience for the advertisements of McDonald's. The next element here is response. It refers to the reactions of the receiver after being exposed to the message. After getting exposed to the advertisement, whatever the responses or reactions of the target audience. Any of hundreds of possible responses such as the consumer likes McDonald's better, is more likely to eat at McDonald's next time, hums, I am loving it jingle, or does nothing. So the response could be either positive or negative. It depends upon the type of communication you have developed and the way it has reached the target audience. Then the next element of communication process is feedback. The part of the receiver's response communicated back to the sender. How? In this case, McDonald's research shows that consumers are struck by and remember the advertisement. Or consumers write or call McDonald's pricing or criticizing the ad or products. So the response of the target audience will be brought back to the sender of the advertisement through the marketing research. It could be either positive or negative. So there is a provision or possibility for the sender of the communication to get feedback on the communication. Here it refers to McDonald's advertisement. The next element of communication process is noise. The unplanned static or distortion during the communication process which results in the receivers getting a different message than the one the sender sent. The consumer might get distracted while watching the commercial, misses its key elements or key points. So it is possible for the target audience to get distracted while watching the advertisement given by McDonald's through the selected television channel. While watching, he might be distracted due to unplanned distortion. This might really have an impact on the receiver of the message, who are none other than the target audience or the target consumers of McDonald's market offerings, to get a different meaning of the message he has received. Or he might even receive a part of the message and the remaining part of the message could be lost due to the influence of distortion. This is what about the last element of communication process. So what is the conclusion here? The sender's encoding process must mess with the receiver's decoding process. When the sender encodes or gives symbolic form of the thought that he has conceptualized to bring it out as a message which will become eventually an advertisement, should be done keeping in mind the comprehensive level of the receivers, so that you find a good fit between the sender's field of experience, that's mainly encoding process, and the receiver's field of experience, more importantly the decoding process of the marketing communication. The best messages consist of words and other symbols that are familiar to the receiver. Obviously, if you as a marketer want the receivers to receive the marketing communication the way you have intended for, you need to make use of the words, symbols, pictures which are very familiar and popular among the receivers. The more the sender's field of experience overlaps with that of the receiver, the more effective the message is likely to be. This is the real secret behind the success of communication. Marketing communicators may not always share their consumers' field of experience. This leads to the real failure of marketing communication. This model points out several key factors in good communication. Senders need to know what audiences they wish to reach and what responses they want from them. Then they must be good at encoding messages in such a way the messages will be decoded by the audience or the receivers in an intended way. They must send messages through media that reach target audiences very effectively and must develop good feedback channels so that they can access the audience response to the messages or advertisement. This model could be known as radio signal model of communication. I hope I have done my lecture up to a level of satisfaction on the topic elements in the communication process. Thanks for watching this video. I'll meet you in another video. Bye for now, everyone.